recent podcast clip that's, been circulating across social media, a Jamaican man of European descent said something that stopped a lot of people in their tracks. He said that he didn't even know what racism was about until he came to England. Let's take a look.
When people are when people here are talking about, oh, you cannot represent the culture, you're not from Jamaica, you're not this, like that, you know nothing about the black culture, and I'm like, you were born here, you were raised here, you went school here. That means if you went school for like how long do you go school when you're here? Like what?
Too long.
Like, how many years? Just say like 12 years or something.
Yeah.
So 14 years. Realistically, they only taught you what? 14 months of black history. My whole schooling was black history. So I learned everything about the culture. So when I'm in school, we don't have a month to say this is white history month because we have to accept that white. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm there to learn, and I'm not even there to learn. I'm just going with what I know is life.
For many in the Caribbean diaspora, that clip is home, because for many Jamaicans, and I'm sure for many of us Caribbeans, racism isn't exactly something we grow up knowing. It's something that most of us meet when we leave home. And as the gentleman said, Jamaica is a predominantly black country. But we do have a mixture of people. We have light-skinned people, brown-skinned people, we have the Asians, the Chinese, Jamaicans, Indian Jamaicans. They were born here. They grew up here. They love the culture. Nobody makes them feel different. Honestly, he said, most of us do not know racism until we go abroad. Now, that clip taken from a podcast conversation isn't just personal reflection. It's cultural truth. You see, Jamaica is a place where identity means belonging, not exclusion. Our motto, out of many one people, isn't just a slogan. It's something we live every day. From Kingston to Portland, from Montego Bay, Clarendon, you'll find families of every shade and ancestry sharing one national pride. We are Jamaica. Even though we have differences, class, complexion, culture, we share one rhythm, one flag, one voice. In Jamaica, it's normal to have a classmate with a Chinese surname, a neighbor with Indian roots, or a friend with lighter skin, and nobody questions whether or not they belong, because out of many one people, so they do. That's why when some Jamaicans migrate to countries like the UK or the US, they encounter something completely foreign. Racism as a system. Imagine growing up being accepted for who you are, only to move abroad and suddenly be defined by your skin tone. In England, some Jamaicans say the first learned that being black came with stereotypes, suspicion, or limits. Things that never existed back home. What was once normal, being free, being equal, now becomes a constant negotiation. That's a shot that many Caribbean migrants don't talk about enough. You hear him say that nobody looked at anyone differently. Nobody made you feel like you weren't one of us. And that line right there, that's the essence of Jamaican culture. We might debate, we might tease, we might even clash, because God believe Caribbeans clash on this internet every day. But at the end of the day, there's a shared identity that connects us. So when he said, I didn't even know racism until I came to England, what he really means was that he grew up in a place where people saw him as human first. That's something we can't take for granted. Not in a world where race still divides so many communities. Maybe it's time for other nations to take a look at the Caribbean, not as paradise, but as proof that unity is possible when culture comes before color. For the African Diaspora News Channel, I'm Whitney McKoy, reminding you that unity isn't just an idea, it's a way of life. Until next time, stay informed, stay connected.